When this country was founded, black people were enslaved, Native Americans were being slaughtered, women could not vote. It was years before, almost 100 years, 80 some years before black people were finally freed from chattel slavery. It was another roughly 100 years of Jim Crow laws and legalized, codified discrimination against black people, and racism still persists to this day, both in personal and institutional forms. Women were not able to vote until the early 20th century, roughly 130 years later. The slaughter of the Native Americans and the stealing of their land persisted also until I believe it was either late 19th or early 20th, the early 20th century. Constant stealing of their lands. I consider, in Hawaii, in the trials and tribulations of the various immigrant groups, Jews and Irish and Italians and Germans, and on and on and on, to what the Mexican immigrants and the Asian immigrants and the African immigrants endure today in terms of scapegoating and all that fucking right wing rhetoric bullshit. So, have we ever truly been a democracy? I mean, conservative white people look around and say, "Oh, our country's been stolen from us," and that's true. But not by black people, not by immigrants, not by women, not by gays, not by anybody else. It's been stolen by rich people, rich white men. They have got you turned around. It's like, for so long, the poor and working class white men were so far behind the rich and the powerful, they couldn't even see them. But they could look behind, and don't get me wrong, the black people and women and stuff were way behind them too, but they were still in sight, and they're getting, and they're getting closer. There isn't truly not equality, but there has been progress made in those areas. And it's like the conservative white man is looking in the wrong direction, and is seeing them come up, getting a little closer to them, instead of embracing that fact that we should all be equal. They are convinced that they're looking forward and that they're ahead of them. And we're the rich people. They're not even getting the blame. They're the ones who are to blame. They're the ones who have bought the government. They're the ones who have stole the government. They're the ones who are in the government. The government is not completely innocent in this in any way, shape, or form. I don't believe in the devil, but the metaphorically, the devil buys your soul. You're to blame, and so is the devil. And they have sold their soul to the corporate devil, and they are to blame for it too. I'm not expunging them of any guilt, but we got to point the finger in the right direction, and the finger needs to be pointed at the corporations, at Wall Street, at bankers, and other people with the economic control of this country. We are turning. We always have been. We always have been. I'm going to stop saying turning. We always have been. It has gone from the manufacturing of consent to we don't even care. It's sick. Peace.